Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money. Wednesday, WINS Day, August the 10th. Get to a little baseball action today. Look headlines tonight. Going to roll that puppy out at, say, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, 7 on the West Coast. We'll cover the Week 1 NFL preseason. Yay! Like, subscribe, ring that bell here. Winner free picks, max wager. Picks parlays wherever you watch the channel. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. If you give it a thumbs up, wonderful. You give it a thumbs down, that's just as good. More importantly, I like the comments. The views are there. Wonderful. Comment-wise, I know you're here. So, because without you, it's just me and Tim. And listen, we could do a back and forth. We had a nice conversation yesterday about Diaz being trash. And although that... We're going to find out more about that Cy Young ticket for his brother. Nick's holding on a big ticket there. And honestly, it comes down to let's see how Alcantara does today. Maybe he nips the Phils. Although, again, I still think Burnsy over there has got a shot. And why not his own teammate here, Taijuan Walker, underneath the radar. 7-Day Seal is scrolling. And also, I'm going to throw that in the chat. It's in the link. There's a link, and I'm going to put it out here for you in the chat. $39 for a week. If you want that, can't beat it. Yesterday, 1-1 in the video. Seattle plus 120. We drop a total. Small win a day there. 163 and 154. 36.80 to the positive in the video. Not too bad. Favorites 54 and 34. What we've bet on my premiums all around. And let's be honest, it's pretty much the same kind of stuff in the chat here. Totals 157 and 111. Record-wise, 157 and 112 now with the loss yesterday with the Ranger under. 394, 377 plus 28.69, 389, 386, 14.79. The swing is there because the totals just don't care. Half runs, half points, they add up. And they've added up this baseball season to $1,300 on two sites. So there is that to be aware of. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, go get it. Picks are up there as well. Come give me a follow. Not only do you get the free picks, I always throw out some Culver's lunch photos. Who knows? It could be Raising Cane's. You never know. My chubby self's going to go eat. So today, I didn't throw a package up on the side. I got 5 games. 2 of them are right here for you, the Giants and the Pirates. I got better numbers on the Giants. I got a Giant at a 170 last night, and the Pirates at a 160, and also at a 157. So better numbers last night. Come down a bit. I know the Padres, huge home run by Soto. It's one game, folks. I'm going to take the Giants here as a dog again. I know Jake Junis isn't a guy you run to bet on, right? Kansas City guy. He's pitched well, though. I'm going to take a shot here. Minaya, who I liked coming into the season, has been bad. Not good. Musgrove is stealing my Cy Young thunder from my Minaya ticket. Give me the Giants, though. And for the Pirates, this is really just fading Bumgarner. I don't like Bumgarner, although seems pretty ageless, right? Not having a terrible year when you look at his overall numbers. I mean, it is what it is with the guy. I mean, he's had some great years, for sure. Hall of Fame, who knows? I mean, he's got for an older guy, not a bad season. ERA's a little under 4, not bad, but Keller's pitched well. I'm going a little Keller action here. Pirates and the 140. Real fast, we're going to touch on, I said the other day we're talking about minus 200 faves and minus $300 faves and betting them how you would be down a chunk of money overall. Now, the Reds didn't get anything done against the Mets. That's fine, but when you're whatever it was like 700 for one and 1,300 for two, so you're down a little bit off those numbers. But overall, betting ugly dogs, big dogs have paid off and put money in your pockets. How about run line kind of stuff? Yankees, yes, we had Seattle here. Yanks are now, I believe, 59-50 to the run line, or 50 wins, 59 losses. And this is, not that here I'm going to come like pat myself on the back, like, look, I'm having a nice baseball season. And I'm a run line guy. I'm a dog guy. Again, 80, 88 faves, all we've bet on the year. But when you look at records and how guys do, and guys are 500 plus money and guys over 500, any way you look at them, it is difficult in baseball. You can't just say, let's go in and take $200 and $300 faves. You're going to be down for the year. You can't say we're going to come in and take the Yankees on a run line, because at 59-50, you're basically probably, you might be down a little bit. I know a lot of times you could get maybe the Yanks at plus 120 every once in a while, but I'm guessing you're probably down shortly, or just basically at a break-even point. On the flip side of that, you got a team like the Dodgers who've been dominant on a run line. You're up money with them just on a run line. And you got a team like the Baltimore Orioles, 66-win team, predicted beginning year. At the All-Star break, you could have still got them to go over a 67. They have 58 wins, I think, right now. 72-38 to the run line. And yes, you win 14 in a row. You're a dog in a lot of those games. It helps. Again, yesterday, big win for them, right? They won. Did they win yesterday? They came back, yeah, right. Bottom of the ninth, bottom of the eighth for the homer. I know
Baltimore, yes, Baltimore came back.
Right. Roughy odor, a rough odor came in with a 2-run blast. Hey, you come back. I see you popped in with your little Orioles shirt on. I know you're trying to show off there a little bit.
I just had the Orioles shirt nearby. Yeah, no, I Orioles have been making us money all year.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like they've got to be my number 2 team at the moment.
The beginning of the year is kind of like, all right, they're getting some good pitching, no hitting. Eventually, they'll kind of Oriole it up. They haven't Orioled up. They've played, you know who they've been? They haven't Oriole been up. They've been Tampa Baying it up, believe it or not. Solid pitching and like just kind of timely hitting, just getting done. 72-38 run line, and that's a team you're getting. It looks better than it is. Let's be honest, because when you're a dog getting a run and a half, you're going to be laying a little bit. So
yeah,
again, it just all kind of comes into like you just can't say, okay, we're 9 games over. I mean, huge 36. I mean, like that's insane. And in here we do, I mean, rarely we have any kind of negative minus money on our show picks here.
Yeah, no.
But to have a profitable baseball season, it is talk about a lot of spokes and wheels and moving parts. Like you can't just say I'm betting all the face. Doesn't work that way. You can't say I'm going to bet all dogs. I'm a dog guy. Yeah, I do a lot of run lines. It is really putting that soup together in the kitchen, because it's like, all right, the Yanks, I got to take the Yanks. They're minus 110 today. How do you want to take them? They got 70 wins. Yeah, well, if you've done that the entire season, you're down or basically even, or it's not much for all the work you put in for 4 months of baseball. You got not much to show with the Yankees there.
Correct.
And if you flip that to the money line side of things, I'm guessing you're definitely down. I don't have the number. I didn't write down.
I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see.
I am probably positive you are down money betting the Yankees on a money line for the season.
Let's see. Yankees. Oh, according to covers, you're up 275.
Really?
But they're also 31 games over 500.
All right. I thought it'd be close, because I'm thinking, I know the Dodgers are down. That's what I'm thinking. The Yankees
no,
probably
Dodgers are not down money. Dodgers
they're plus money now?
They're the 4th most profitable team in baseball.
Oh, on the money line now.
931 on the money line.
They've had a good, because I remember we talked about, I think at the All-Star break, they were still down a little bit. You were losing money on them.
Yeah, Baltimore is still far and beyond the most profitable. They're the Seattle Mariners of last year. You're up 25 units if you're betting them every single game.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a team, again, 60-something wins, predicted 67, 68 wins, whatever they were.
And 62 and a half was what I got the win total at. I got the over.
Yeah. You're gonna have it by mid-August. I mean, it's crazy.
I'll have it by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, basically, and speaking of baseball, so deGrom looked good.
Yes.
And not that I want to like put a damper on the Mets season. This is really a must-win season for them. It's all or nothing this year. Like deGrom, I didn't realize deGrom's going to be 35 next year.
Yeah.
35 and arm problems for the last 3 years. I mean, he's not even a Hall of Famer. Listen,
he started a little bit late, so I understand that.
I mean, I'm biased. I'm a Mattingly guy.
Yeah.
If you're not going to put somebody like Mattingly or Will Clark or Albert Bell, and these guys had monster 7, 8, 9-year runs before injuries. And they're going to say somebody like, well, he deserves. And I'm not saying the guy's dominant. I mean, the numbers, yeah. Sad. Like the last 3 cannot be healthy. And how are you paying him? What are you giving him? 20. I'd have to give him like 2 years, $50 million. I can't give him anything more than that. I can't. Even that's a huge stretch. But you don't know if he's going to be healthy. He's 35.
I have a bad feeling deGrom's not going to be in orange and blue next year.
How?
Because he's opting out of his contract.
I mean, get the money, Jacob, because you're on borrowed time. I mean, let's be honest. You might pitch 13 games next year.
I still think the Mets should try to go after him. But at the same time, Nimmo and Diaz are also going to be free agents next year. So,
I mean, pitching. You got Scherzer for another run.
You got Scherzer for 2 years. 2 more years after this year. We have
he still looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Bassett's solid arm. Taijuan Walker. He's always been kind of solid, under the radar kind of guy. Even when he was with the Jays, right? He was on the Blue Jays before he came to the
Miami.
Taijuan Walker.
I thought Walker was Miami. I could be wrong. I don't think he played.
I thought he was a J.
On Walker.
He was a J 1 year. Seattle, Arizona, Toronto. But 1 year for Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, he was Seattle.
Yeah. He got traded, and then he came from the he came over from Toronto. That's right. He was Seattle before that. I mean, his numbers are not terrible. All right, third year, full season, 4.56, 4.22, 3.49, not bad. Injury, and
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad back of the guy. Bassett's a solid guy. I think McGill. I mean, you have the things there, but I just can't pay him. You can't pay deGrom.
Yeah, deGrom's going to be that's going to be a weird thing. And I have a bad feeling he's going to stay in the NL East because I think Atlanta really wants him.
Man, why not throw him to the back? I mean, you can't make him the one as much as he'd want to be. It's Fried's team. I guess you slot him in at the 2-hole behind him ahead of Strider and Wright. But honestly, if I want to work him good, I'd maybe early in the season you could slot him at number 2, but move him down to the 3 or 4 spot. Like, let him get some extra rest.
I mean, he's in the 2 spot this year behind Scherzer.
He's pitched 1 game. Come on. He's pitched 1 game.
Pitched 2, but no, he'll stay behind Scherzer though.
Yeah, but on that other team, I mean, I think you got 2 guys better than him. As good as he is, how do you just run him out? You can't run him out there. I'd rather have him face some middle of the road pitcher where that team just kind of gives up and they're like, you know what, it's deGrom, screw it, whatever. Yeah. Let him go 6 and we'll take the loss here.
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully he stays in orange and blue and we get him for another couple of years. But we'll see. It's
a lot of money for a hurt guy.
Well, I feel like that's somebody I would take a little bit of a risk on. If he's healthy the rest of this year, I feel like I would take a little bit more of a risk on going after him next year. Because it was only last year he had injury problems, but other than that, deGrom hasn't really had a injury-plagued career, minus Tommy John in the very beginning of his career. But other than that, he's been pitching a good chunk of games each year. And I think it was just last year that he kind of beat up. I think the thing is, I think Cohen goes after him. I think Cohen just throws a lot of money at a lot of players and just says, well, if we win the World Series this year, do it again. And that's the big thing is Steve Cohen's is a super fan, so he's going to pay money for players. And if he really likes deGrom, he'll make sure deGrom stays on the team.
As crazy, like 2018, 2019, 217 innings, 204 innings. So 421. He struck out like 600 guys, 250. He struck out 520 guys in 400 innings.
The only injury was last year to this year, and
he goes 11-8 and 10-9.
Well, yeah, because the Mets. To be fair, the Mets offense was garbage.
Oh my goodness.
The Mets have a lot better of an offense this year, and even though they didn't do it his second start, they looked great.
I mean, there's no way he's in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't even have 100 wins. He might have 125 wins when all said and done.
Yeah, very well could.
Which is ridiculous.
Crazy. We'll see. We'll see when it comes to it. He's got a couple years left.
So midday money will be going tonight as look ahead lines. We got Ravens and Jets lined up already. We'll talk about those games again. 10 o'clock Eastern for those of you interested in some football chatter. Eric's in the house today. We got here. Jays team total over 4.5 or Guardians team total over 4.5. Got to go back to my ugly dogs, Reds, Rangers. Again, with the dogs, you have to keep betting them. You're in already on the Reds. And I'm pretty sure everybody thought you'd get one kind of a letdown spot out of the Mets. And maybe doesn't. So you go 0-3. You know, the Rangers, big dogs. I'm all for the big dogs. And like I told you, if you're taking horrible $3, $2.40 kind of dogs, it makes things easier when you're taking a 120 dog. You know, the old, because people like to bet faves. They like faves and overs. That's just the way our world is. But for these two games, Jays or Guardians, believe it or not, I almost thought about coming in on Cleveland again today. I said that yesterday about Detroit, coming in on Detroit yesterday and today. So I don't want to get into a over in Cleveland because that's kind of a under kind of part there. And the Jays, you know what, that game, because I kind of like Baltimore there. So I really don't. Again, that's not a game I want to kind of bet on. Baltimore's just been so good. And Toronto's been hot themselves. I'm not trying to take anything away from Toronto, but that is a game I'm not. How do you run and bet on anything Toronto in that spot as a favorite, no less? I mean, if I'm looking at a team total, how about believe it or not, what's the Oakland team total? What is Oakland team total here? I look at an Oakland team total here. Tukey Toussaint. I remember this guy was supposed to be pretty good, Tukey. The Touk is loose. Pretty sure he's a Brave. Justin, how are you? I'm always here and smash like one. I appreciate it. I know you are here. Pirates, got him in the chat. Latif, I think I'm done betting baseball. Oh my goodness. You're done betting baseball. Hold on a second. You're done betting baseball, so I have to look to see what huge favorite lost yesterday. You had at St. Louis, I guess. Did you have St. Louis as a huge fave yesterday? What huge faves went down yesterday that chases you away from baseball? Probably at the Cubs. I'm guessing the Cubs. That's probably a tough one to swallow there. And maybe St. Louis. Well, they weren't. I mean, that line came down. We talked about that during the show. What set you off? Had to be. Would you have your life savings on the Cubs yesterday? This is money making time.
Well, it could have been the Yankees. I know they're small favorites, but everybody loves the Yankees.
The Yanks. Yeah. Richard. Phillies lose tomorrow. Eat crow. I think that was your quote. Wrote it down. And then you had Cleveland easy first 5. 1-0. 1-0 end of 5. Wasn't easy, but you got there. You got there. Phillies did win. Got off of their Tuesday schneid. Mr. Nika's in the house. Baltimore run line. We mentioned Baltimore. 72-38 with the run line. They're just a plus money machine making money this year, Mr. Nika. Tremble Soul. Have to run with the Mets run line again today. Also taking Astros. If it's minus 155. I don't like laying 155 on a money line, so I don't want to lay it on a run line. And I said yesterday, even with Mike Minor pitching, it's just one of those spots I can't really. I don't like laying that money. Do I understand it? Absolutely. Taijuan Walker's going to come in here, give up 5 hits, strike out 8 guys, and maybe give up a run. And who's Zushi? TJ Zoosh. The Zoosh. Zouch. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. 6'7" gorilla. Big cat, 6'7", 27 years old. First rounder, 21st pick overall in the draft. Let's see. Came up in 2019 with Toronto. Not bad. 5 games, 3 starts, 476, 22, and 20 strikeouts. Then he pitched 3 games, 159. Not bad this year. Or excuse me, 2021 Toronto again, 5 games. Doesn't really get a Hasn't really gotten a fair shake in the majors. No, and in the minors, always like a 4 ERA. This year he had a 6 ERA and 3 stops, but 0 ERA in the rookie league. AAA got hammered a little bit, 11. 39 hits in 20 innings. Holy cow. That's not good. But then he came to another AAA stop, and it's a little better. 22 innings, 18 hits. So vastly improved. I don't know where he was pitching in Memphis. Things did not work out in Memphis International League, but got a little better in Louisville. Again, 155, steep number with the Mets. And the Stros, Verlander laying 330. Can't do that money line. I understand Glenn Otto. And it looks like the Rangers get the best out of the Joey Gallo deal because Glenn Otto, even though he has a 5-something ERA, you know what? You could chug him out there. 22 career starts. Get him on board here. Yeah. Again, this is a spot. We're talking 140, 150 run lines. Kind of high, but understandable. I'm not the parlay cat, Tremble Soul, but I would maybe just parlay him so I don't have to. If I'm losing, at least it'll be a flat 100 as opposed to juiced with these games. Sox over for Mr. Nika here with Kyle Wright. I like Kyle Wright, but this park, Nick Pavetta, is kind of a little bit of a hard throw. I don't know. What's his total? 9.5. You know what? I'm going to say over. As much as I kind of like Kyle Wright, I'll go over with you there. You got an 8.5 here. So last night it was a 9.5. Again, these are early numbers I write down. So I play Taiwan Walker over strikeouts. Yes, Tampa Bay no-run first inning with Springs and Woody on the hill for the Brew Crew, if I remember the matchup here. So, okay, I'll do that no-run first inning, which, I'm always a no-run kind of game guy. Yankees money line. All straight bets. Here we go. Need more action. Well, you definitely need action because you got definite loser there with the Yanks. How are you taking the Yanks? Can't take the Yanks. You want a couple? You need more action? Take the Giants and the Pirates, Justin. Reynolds, thoughts on Houston run line? Again, it's out of my league. I don't like playing, 140s. That is really he might be even more than 140 right now. It was 140 last night when they were $3. Who knows what it is a second? I can maybe go into like the 130 range. That the 140 is really pushing my top number for a run line, even regular money line. How about a team total over with Houston instead? Ron, you've been here a few times. You know my thinking. Do I think the Astros win this game 6-1? Yes. That's how it should play out here. Do I want to lay that? No. Am I going to lay it? No. I'll sit on the sidelines and the money will go by. I'll wave to it. I can't. I'm not a big fave guy. They can say whatever they want. Oh, scared. Money don't make money. I don't know. Huge faves to me is not a moneymaker. Long term. I played a long game. Come on. We're closing in on what do we got? 4, 7, 800. I'm gonna have 1,000 baseball games bet this season. Believe me. I wouldn't be making money if I'm taking huge faves. Rays game under. Yes. The Mets over 8.5. You think they're gonna come in and hammer this cat? See, I'm gonna say under on a day travel game. Cubs under. Yes, I'd like to side grade, so I'll go under there with you. San Fran under. I do like Frisco. I don't know. Why do I think we might see a couple runs here? Manaeus had not been good. Arizona under, don't like. I think we see some runs. I'm hoping it's Pirates scoring a bunch. Toronto, Baltimore over. Barrios, huh? You want to go over Barrios and Kramer here? That's just that's a no call for me. I do like the Orioles. Phillies money line or full game under. Philly. It's tough doing Syndergaard here. I got Miami last night at a 130, 127. I would go under. We know Miami can't hit. Alcantara's a stud. Go under the 8.5. Good night, Munchie. Don't give up on baseball. Never. Michael, good morning. He says, and I'd even cash, I'm not giving up on baseball. Listen, 162 games for each team. April to October. You can't quit. As I say, rehab's for quitters. Don't do it. Going really square here. Mets, Astros, run line parlay. Dodgers run line going for 10 straight. Yeah, I mean, it's always a Dodger run line play. You can't lay the juice with them. They're always kind of plus a little bit or minus 110 or whatever on the run line. You have taking the Dodgers, only way to go. And I'm not hating on the Astros Mets run line for plus $2. It's 2-1 with teams with the second best record, one with the best record or tied for the best record in baseball or in American League, and the other team's the second best record of baseball for the Mets. So Don lost his unders. It happens. I had Texas under myself. Loser. Untouchable. Good afternoon. How are you today? St. Louis Rockers with over for the first 5. Yeah. I thought that game would be a little under spot there. Coming out of Yankees, maybe a little flattish. Well, they were flat for sure because they got pummeled by the Rockies. Mr. Nika says, I like it, Michael. Mets, Astros, run line parlay, and Dodgers run line. Giants, first 5. Yeah. That's the problem with the Giants this year. McNeil to get a hit. Yes, I'm a big McNeil fan, Richard. I've been on the McNeil train. Ribby hits, yes. Timothy, hello. God bless, my friends. You also, thank you for coming in. What do we got going on here? What do you think about all the plus? All this plus say that those claim. What the hell are we talking about here? All right, we got to. Okay, Tim, you're losing me here. I can't even post these things up here. Free mind, how are you? No, you can leave the comment. I'm just like I'll pop it up. I saw it was like the first one. Like, what the heck?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't block him.
Yeah, no, that's all right. You could post a little thing down. Brett does go wrong. Like, I mean, free. I thought the free mind's looking for WNBA today.
Yes, take the under in the Dallas New York game and take the Minnesota Lynx minus 3.5 or 4, whatever you get them at now. Dallas and New York just played 2 days ago and went in that total. I had the under. It went over with 22 seconds to go. I don't see that happening again. And then and I like Minnesota. Phoenix just lost one of their big scores, and it's only a 3.5 point spread. So Minnesota and the under in New York.
There you go. WNBA
day yesterday, by the way. So hopefully everybody tailed.
3-0 for Tim yesterday. WNBA. What's going on, Grace? How are you? Thinking Cincy Mets over. I can't do an over with Walker. I mean, unless the Mets scored 10, and I don't see it on a travel day like this. I think it's, backup lineups.
Mets are going to win like 4-1.
Oakland over 2. How are we going over Oakland? Have you seen these two teams play? San Fran, yes. Brewers money line. 150 is kind of steep. How about a run line plus 145? You know me, I'm and I say it and I do it in my bets. You see my bets. I would rather lose a plus money run line than take like a 130 fave. Eric, most people will no way bet the big dogs on the money line. Trust me, it is hard. It is. And Eric, and listen, you just started getting into that because I rolled out that stat the other day with $2 and $3 dogs. Now think about if you say in the beginning of the season, start taking dogs like that out of the blue. Think about $2 and $3 dogs now, but just let's go back to April when we're taking the Orioles over the Red Sox to start the season. People are like, oh, what do you do? Oh, but the Red Sox are going to win. And they're getting like swept by the Orioles. And now the Orioles have played well all year, and the Red Sox have been in last place. But don't be scared. The best team, the Dodgers, the Mets, the Astros, the Yankees, they're going to lose about 60 games this year, right? I mean, maybe somebody might be in the 50s. Maybe the Dodgers win 105. Yanks still, even with a slump, could probably get to 100. 60-something losses from the best team. All right? Take the plus monies. Baseball, I mean, really is, because I don't know hockey as well as baseball when it comes to, I mean, I do bet my dogs in hockey. And Tim or Nick, but maybe Nick knows a little better with the hockey stuff. Or Tim, I'm not sure. I know one likes hockey
Yes,
better than the
dogs
NBA.
hit. My brother was a big
Is it?
dog person in the NHL, and he.
I'm gonna
played
say,
hockey.
is it almost the same as granted, not as many games, but
Yeah,
you're
no,
getting.
not as many games, but I will say,
The
like,
schedule wise, I think for schedule wise, getting dogs in hockey are so much better because you get just teams on these crazy 8, 9, 12 game road trips, 3 in a row in different cities, no less. It's not like baseball where like, all right, here's our 3-game set, and then we're out of here. And then no. You're playing back to back to back at 3 different cities.
oh yeah.
So
There was plenty of times where, remember, I think both of us were on it, where we were both on the Coyotes against the Avalanche when the Avalanche were minus 700 favorites.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy.
at that point, it's like, well, we got to take the Yotes. There's no other option when they're reaching minus 650, minus 700. And I think the Yotes. The funny thing is, Coyotes were the only team to have a positive record last year against the Avalanche.
They were like $4 dogs in other games too.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Nick loved going after the Coyotes, the Ottawa Senators that were dogs a lot, the Buffalo Sabres that were dogs a lot.
Yep.
Like, he went after like all the dogs.
You need.
So it's gonna be the same this year. Lots of dogs.
I mean, really, most time you need 1 out of 3 of those to make money. Yes. That's the same as baseball for me. I mean, as much as
100%.
I take dogs,
hockey and baseball are one and the same.
I'll take the faves on the puck line, just like baseball. I'll lose with the plus money on the puck line. Whatever.
Yep.
Late goal hurts me. I don't care.
Empty netter.
It's like an even. It's not like I'm losing that extra juice. I can't do it.
No.
Took the Marlins first 5 today, plus a half. Listen. It's Alcantara. The guy has been great. You're getting him a plus money. What is there to say? It's okay. It's Syndergaard. Started out nice, bad. Maybe change the scenery. Listen. Do I like the pickup for him? I like him in March for Philly. Absolutely. This is a bad spot. I mean, Alcantara's top 5 pitcher in baseball, easily. Maybe top 3. I'm not throwing relievers in, guys having dominant years like that. I'm talking starter wise.
Sandy Alcantara is the best starter in baseball at the moment for this year.
Yeah.
And that's over deGrom.
Yeah. Just fabulous. Thoughts on Yanks money line? Loser. Astros run line. Only way to bet that one. Dodgers run line, same thing. Red hot. Dodgers. I mean, Dodgers run line, just Dodger run line every day. You're only, even when they're favored, you're only going to lay maybe a 120 on it, which isn't terrible considering you're got a monster team there. Cards rocks under, Dan. I got no thought here. I kind of like the under yesterday. I thought coming out of the Yankee sweep there, the Cards would be like, you know what, a little flat with the bats. I thought the pitching would hold up, but did not happen. So no opinion on that game today. Anthony likes Tigers. Ant, I know I've been telling you this for a month. I have all your Donrusses that you're missing. I just haven't put them in a case to send them out to you. And when we text too. So I just keep forgetting to say that. But yes, the Tigers tag. I like the Tigers yesterday. Yanks started great, lately not so much. Any team's gonna hit a little wall. You're gonna have a rough one. And the Yanks, hello, you're facing a good team like Seattle, St. Louis, team that actually has some pitchers that could pitch a little bit, and your team's a bunch of guys who strike out. You're gonna have some hiccups. And in the fact that you're a one-man offense with Judge. Everybody else is having bad years. All right, Donaldson defense is all right a little bit, but average-wise bad. Hicks bad. We know about Gallo bad. Kalefa's not so good. LeMahieu's not hitting. Gleyber had a nice little stretch. He's hitting 250-ish. Rizzo was hurt. Stanton is out. I mean, this is why they're not. I mean, I don't even know who they're going to play in the first round. They're not getting past the Astros. They're not beating the Astros. Lex, you know how we roll. Tigers money line, yes. Rockies money line again. Dogs. The Rockies. Oh boy, it's Kyle Freeland. You know how I feel about Kyle Freeland, Ant. Oh boy, I don't know. I can't. Kyle Freeland. And with the Rockies, you've been in the chat. How many times do we have the Rockies at home taking care of business against the Dodgers and Padres? But then we get them against the Giants, home or away, and they just turn into a bunch of 3-year-olds potty training, and they're peeing all over themselves. And me, my bankroll. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. Do we vote? I vote, bro. I've been voting since 93. I'm voting. KC. They can't keep stinking. Yeah, they can't keep stinking. I actually like KC today anyway. The Sox, right? Who Anderson is out. This team, what a disaster. What a absolute disaster this year for this team. And I still see them to make the playoffs at like minus like a 110 kind of thing. It's crazy. Take Kansas City today.
I saw an interesting thing with the White Sox. The 2022 White Sox have injured every single part of the body.
Everything. We got hands. We got hammies.
Every single
arms.
Every single part of the body they've injured at some point of the year. Crazy.
And I like the Sox. Listen, I'm like, Kopech's going to go 17-4 and get me some Cy Young votes. That guy's like 3-10. He's terrible. Lance Lynn off the IL. Garbage. Like, here comes Father Time. Just hit him right in the face. Cueto's outperformed everything, which is great. Cease has been Cy Young. Him and Verlander are dueling it out. I think Verlander's going to get it because they're in first, and
then McClanahan's kind of fallen off for that one.
He's falling off, yeah, because they're falling back. They're not doing much, but where else is everything? No Rodon. Lynn starts on the DL. Cobb's supposed to take a step forward. He goes backwards. Injury time. Eloy goes out again. Right. Last year we're like Eloy home run guy. He gets hurt. This year same thing. Gets hurt. Anderson out. I mean, everybody just gets hurt on this team.
I gotta say, the one benefit for Chicago, all this is happening. We could have listed off, well, this happened. And
there's still like a game back.
How far do you think you're going to be back in the division? What, 7, 8 games? How about a game and a half?
And who are they back? Minnesota? Of who? Minnesota? Of Minnesota or Cleveland? Who are they back? Minnesota,
both.
Right? Oh,
they're tied. This division's awful.
And I mean, Cleveland. Remember, I was like,
both the division leaders would be a game back for the wild card.
I was like, Cleveland, I like the pitching, right? I was like, I think the pitching takes a step forward. I kind of like their pitching staff. They kind of burn out. Listen, Clevenger, Bieber, Lee, this team has got some young pitchers. They do it right. They get some guys come in and do well. I'm like, all we need is Ramirez get some help. Hopefully Framil breaks through. Yeah, they waive him. He's on the Cubs now. Their cleanup hitter. Their opening day cleanup hitter. I picked it here to like lead the league in homers is on the and yet they're a game out of first, and they don't even make a move at the trade deadline. How can you wait? Same with the Orioles. Like, how do you not make a move thinking, well, next year? Dude, next year's not going to come. I mean, how do you know the guys? How do you do that?
The big thing, if you're Cleveland, you got to look at it this way. You go, all right, we're competing, but we're in the AL Central, so we should be able to win the division with the team that we have. They're tied now with Minnesota, whatever. They're not beating Houston. They're not beating the Yankees. They're not beating the Blue Jays. They're not beating Tampa. They're not beating Baltimore. They're not beating Seattle.
I
think all of those teams are better than the entire AL Central.
That is tough as a fan to see your team there and not try to go for it. And, all it is like a fluke kind of play to get there. I mean, as good as the Astros are, that's still an under team. They got Altuve and Breggy and Yordi or whoever, Tucker. They could run down a bunch of good guys on their team. Brantley might come back. Okay. That team still has trouble hitting all season long. Right? Big glimpses of a good offense popping through.
Yeah.
But How can you say Tristan McKenzie's having a nice solid year? That game is 0-0 in the fifth or sixth inning. How do you not think he got shot? I mean, you're going, I I don't know. Again, as a Yankee fan, maybe I'm spoiled because my team every year is like, we got to go for it. We got to go for it. We got to go
Oh
for it.
yeah, Yankees. It's World Series or bust every single freaking year.
Yeah. Have you watched The Captain at all?
No, I have not. I'm not going to. I don't need to watch Derek Jeter. I've watched him. I watched him my entire childhood absolutely kill the Mets. No, thank you.
I always bash Jeter. I'm like a 300,
Yeah, but he always
slap hitter.
Get all the hits against the Mets. So yeah, no, thank you. I don't need to see him.
I got some newfound respect for him because he's just the guy just wanted to win, and again, just coming in rookie of the year, World Series.
Yep.
He's like and just listen to him. He's like, I never kind of sat back and enjoyed things. And now, I kind of look at that as like kind of with my kids now, as my son's gonna be he's sophomore, he's gonna be in college in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy cow! Like, I never really kind of sat back and enjoyed him being it. I always he's just a mature kid. Like, and that's just one thing. I mean, so that kind of like resonated where he's like, I never enjoyed because he was always like, all right, we won this year, let's win next year. Or we lost in the World Series or the Champions ALCS. I got to get back to work because I got to better myself. Like, it's crazy when you think about like their mentality or him. I mean, he's obviously, there's athletes and there's just guys who are just totally elite kind of guys. But it was just fun watching that. Like, it was kind of like watching Once Upon a Time in at Shea or whatever it was about the Mets.
I didn't see that. I don't really watch them. I need to see that too, but I haven't really watched them.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I have it on. I put it on the screen here when I'm watching the ESPN Plus. But if I'm doing work, it's not that I'm really watching. I'll kind of flip to the other screen to see it over here if I got the spreads and stuff in front of me. But
yeah,
it's just again, that was like that's my time. It was the Mets. I was a Met fan, but I remember the team and it just good memories, And then that's when the Yanks were actually good. So 13 watching 4 likes. I don't understand what the likes, Mike.
That was all. And that was also that comment was like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah,
half an hour ago. So
because I'll come in again. It's on Max Wagers, winning free picks parlay. So it's kind of spread out the views. And I think overall we get about like about 1,000 views kind of total. I guess we get about 150, 200 here on winning free picks. Max Wagers is starting out not many, but the picks parlay channel is like 600, 700. I just if you come in after the show, like hit the like button so I know somebody came in. Like the comments, I know everybody. Everybody comes in comments, kind of get the same people. I know the newer people. I've been doing this a while. Oriole magic is happening. It is. I mean, why? You get in the playoffs, anything is possible. Hello, Jeffrey Mayer, right? I mean, come on. Anything is possible. Live in America, my friends. Best country in the world, Timothy. Absolutely, we live here. And you have a good day as well. But like, I don't get into like politics and COVID and all this other nonsense in here. Mattingly Clark, Hall of Fame player. Seriously. I mean, if they're going to switch things around for, 7-inning no-hitters aren't considered no-hitters for pitchers. But all the stats count in those 7-inning doubleheaders for batters. And the phantom runners counts as an RBI, that guy. And we're going to say that, wins don't matter to pitchers because of bullpens. Like, what? Well, then how do you Mattingly has a huge, I mean, played 6 years in the 80s, arguably a top 5 player of the decade with his numbers he put up. I mean, Will Clark was a monster. I mean, there's so many guys, and I'm not, listen, the whole story, like somebody like, Palmeiro or Canseco, and I think, here and there, you got guys who they can say not everybody was using, and probably not a lot of guys weren't using. Were a lot using, and like Bonds, the guy was phenomenal before he started using. I mean, you see where he went from not using to using when clowns like Sammy Sosa start hitting 50 homers, and Bonds is like, "What the hell's going on here? You're not better than me." I mean, that's where the competitiveness and the ego and the sociopath of being terrific, whether you're Michael Jordan or Bonds or whoever, or Jerry Jones, whatever. To be that successful, you are on just a whole nother brain level. And for someone who's not as good as you, and everybody knows he's not good as you, come in and starts getting better numbers. Yeah, I mean, thank God this wasn't the 40s because you'd probably beat him with a bat like Ty Cobb. I mean, like WNBA. Did you got a banner up, Tim, or are you going to come in?
Oh, no banner. Lynx minus the points and the under in New York. I'll
There
put
you
a
go.
banner up for the next
Yeah.
people that ask.
Yeah, we'll banner it up. I'll add it to the deGrom is that old. Seriously, 30. He's gonna be 30. He's gonna be 35, I think, next Mother's Day. So for all intents and purposes, he's 35 to start the season. I mean, yeah, Walker was with the Jays before he came to. I know he's on Seattle. He got traded to Seattle. He signed after the. I looked it up. This is obviously a little bit behind our conversation. 11-13 in the conversation. It's quarter two. Wow, I'm a little behind in the chat. Hall of Fame is it the Hall of Fame or a Hall of Statistics? Because if it's a Hall of Famous people and yay, statistics. Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill should be in the Hall of Fame. The guy's got 6. He was with the Reds, with the Yankees. How many World Series rings that guy's got? Heart and soul team. Good. Is a Hall of Fame? Is it Hall of Stats? Big. How was Big Pappy in? Exactly. That guy wasn't a juice guy. No. Ridiculous. 120 intentional walks in the season. It's like, what the? Oh, bases loaded. We're up 2. We'll walk Bonds and go face Jeff Kent, the guy who should be Jeff Kent should be in the Hall of Fame, but the little media guys who we'd make fun of didn't like him, so he's not in the Hall of Fame. We're not going to vote for you because you're mean to us. Yeah, mean to you. You're a clown. You're a clown. You couldn't play baseball and you're going to judge me. Unbelievable. We're not going to vote. You can't get in on the first vote. That's not the way it works. What the? Really? These guys should be punched in the face. Took a few doggies today. Nats. I don't mind Josiah Gray. I like Josiah Gray. KC, yes. Pittsburgh, yes. San Fran. How do I feel about under White Sox KC? I like it. I do like KC, and normally when I'm a dog guy, I'll take the over, but I can see that being like a 3-1 type game. There you go. Giants Pirates in the chat. 2 3-team parlays, innings. Take the tie. What are we doing here? I can't do a tie in first 5s. Yeesh. Pitt run line instead of the Brewers. See, I would just take Pitt money line. I think they get the mad bum. Over under Miami? Under. It's under nothing in that game. I mean, let's be honest. Alcantara is Alcantara. And I don't care if it's Syndergaard or Nolan Ryan or Joe Adon at pitching. The Marlins have trouble scoring runs against bad pitching, mediocre pitching, good pitching. Under the 7. Exactly. Posey's a great catcher. And what is it? Is it a Hall of Statistics? Is it a Hall of Fame? Like that guy should get in. He was a true leader of the team, of a dynasty. Sale probably heard us saying on purpose. Yeah, Sale's been garbage. There's another guy. Great. He's pitched 60 innings the last, 2-3 years? Terrible. Go and take the over in the Mariners game. Yeah, you know what? Maybe an overplay there. Especially it's an afternoon kind of game. And Cortez, I think, you know what? I might add this to my cycle today over 7. Yes, Michael. Ravens line 3.5. No Lamar. No back. Well, we knew that was going to happen. I know it's 3.5 minutes. I put this out last week. I said I was doing this game, so I'm not changing it. I'm not changing the spread. The football spreads. So folks, I bet these. I put these out ahead of time. And people come in here on Sunday like, what do you mean you got that team at +3? It's a pick 'em. Well, yeah, I don't bet. I'm not waiting for NFL Today to come on and bet a game. So my NFL lines are always going to be different than what you get because I do not wait till game time. The spreads are up here from, I think we did this on Saturday. I put these lines up. No, had to be probably Thursday because that's when the Jags played. Yeah, Blackburn at home, I don't think has good numbers. Is it Blackburn? One of his, I think at home he gets hit. I'm pulling him up right now. And we got to get ready for Allie Burns.
Yes, a 8.31 ERA at home compared to a 2.12
Right?
on the road.
Unbelievable. And this is a part that should stymie the bats. 2.12 ERA on the road.
Crazy.
8 at home. I mean,
He's also had almost 2 times the innings on the road. But
it
still,
doesn't make a difference. You think it would go up? You think it'd be a
no.
little
Crazy.
You figure you got worse road numbers. You're playing in a bad park. You got some side action going on. Little fun times. Who knows? 7-0 for Saval versus Detroit. Yeah, I mean, for me, this is I sort of like Detroit, but I'm not betting this game. I'm not betting it. Great call, Seattle game. We'll take it. I'm going to probably say your name wrong. Sadriquez. Listen, we could fade the Yanks and make money when they face decent pitchers. They're gonna split out. Yanks money line, loser. Baltimore, winner. Colorado, I just don't like Freeland. I like Marlins even though they cannot score. I agree with you. They were a nice plus 120. We'll take it. We'll take Seattle, USA. And probably today too. Pleasing the Yankees to over 7.5 for +1 -5. What are we doing here? You're taking the team total up. Is this the overall game? Do a +105? What's the minus on that? The minus 120? I see. If I think the game's gonna go over, just bet it. Just bet it. 105. Okay. Cubbies run line with. You know what? I don't have the run line here. I just had the regular 165 last night. Did not write the new line down. You know me. I like Desai Gray, Steele, Keegan Thompson, 2 nice young players for the Cubs. I don't think the Cubs are going to be down for long, believe it or not. And I know Wisdom's like a 35-year-old rookie or something. I like Mangrill. They kept Happ. They kept Contreras. Maybe they think, you know what? We get a couple other, we sign a free agent pitcher. We get another bat in here. We can contend a little bit, right? The Cardinals, as good as they are, they're a little long in the tooth. Got some old cats on that squad. Maybe they think they can catch them or the Brewers. I'm going to be high in the Cubs next year. A's team total over 3.5. Yes. 2 Kita-san. Lindor chocolate ribeyes. Whoa. What's going on here? I
heard chocolate and ribeyes and a Mets player. I like this idea.
I had a little skirt steak last night. I'm going to do another one today. I got the chicken thighs going to put on the grill. Jojo Rabbit, what are we up to? We're about to wrap it up this show. About 6 minutes away. College football, August 27th, Nebraska Northwestern, live from Ireland. Wasn't easy, but Cleveland minus 1.5 will be easier today. For the game, Saval on the hill. What's up, Higgs and that other guy?
that other guy. Thanks. I'm going to put that in my profile now. That other guy. Yep.
Football guy. Well, it's football time has arrived.
East Carolina plus 10.5 at home versus NC State on September 3rd. Let's go.
In a parlay, do I always bet 3 games? I'm not a huge parlay guy. If I do parlay, I do kind of I'll get a little long on my parlays if I'm doing something like that. It is obviously I'm taking Alabama on a money line minus 700. I'll do like those ridiculous ones with like some top 10 teams, but it's usually when I'll go through my accounts and I have whatever off of the off numbers 76, 42, 19, 16, whatever kind of random I'll do, whether it just be some random teaser or parlay. I don't come in and do a lot of parlays. I'll bring back the Teaser Tuesday show here, right? Tuesday, I'll throw a teaser out here for the weekend for college and NFL, stuff like that. But Latif, best way to go 2-1 is put in a 3-team parlay. All right. Big X, welcome. Over 8 Diamondbacks. I like it because I like the Pirates to win, so I want some runs there. Mets minus the 155 run line. Yeesh. 4 plus 4 Walker K's minus 109. All right, I could live with that.
The Mets run line in the marker.
Yeah, I'd say minus 1. I could live with that one because you get the Walker strikeouts you should get. Chavez Pitt a homer. J-Rock loves his home run pops. Elliot, look at this guy coming in here. How you been, Elliot? Small play on Alonso Arenado Chavez homer parlay 81-30. You know what? I mean, Alonso, if he plays today, sure, right? Worth a shot. Arenado in Colorado, Old Park, yes. And you like Chavez for whatever reason. I get it. Mariners team total over 3.5. Absolutely take that over. Cortez is fading down the second half. Not going to be as good as first half. Not happening. Cubbies team total over 4.5. I like Josiah Gray. Gracious. No more player props for me, baby. Never again. San Fran first 5. I like San Fran for the game. Yanks money line is a loser. Bet the house, he says. Loser. Sold. Not parlayed, my bad. Those are just 2 bets of the day. I'm going on a 5-0 run these past days. So straight bets. Again, if you're dogging it up, run lining up at plus money, 1-1 is a winning day. Benintendi for the Yanks to get a hit and a ribby. Hit and a ribby, huh? See, Rich, you throw that out there. I don't know what the odds are. Under St. Louis again. I liked it yesterday. I'll come back with it today. And KC, same thing. Do not bet Yanks every day. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Yankees every day. Under WNBA. I don't know what this one is here.
Sure, I would lean under, but I like the links in that game.
Katana over in Colorado. I don't know what his numbers are, and I'm running out of time here. Under Yanks after last night. I like the over. Cortez is going to give up some runs. Just started doing this. Yes, Eric. I know you've fun. You're learning the big dogs. Javi's here. Good afternoon. Huge dogs, but as a total, numbers are deal really. I used to lay juice. Yeah, that's the way you start. You just bet favorites. You turn on a game. It's Monday Night Football. Bet the favor. You over. I understand. Thomas, White Sox money line. No. I mean, listen, Cueto's pitched well. I understand you want to bet them. It's the White Sox. They're a better team. This team to me is just a disaster. Just bet the under. Take the under and be happy. Jennifer's here. Marlins under. Yes. Rockies over parlay. I don't know about that Rocky over. Although I hate Kyle Freeland. WNBA. Do we have the banner, Tim?
Yes, there's a banner. Hold on. Wha-bam. There you go.
Liberty under and the Lynx.
Liberty. Oh, I meant to click off it. There we go.
No, as an Oilers fan, I feel the same as Tim.
Go.
They're doing good. Yeah, Captain. As an Orioles fan, you feel the same way
about the captain. Yes,
Captain.
I don't need. I lived his career. I don't need to watch it again. No, thank you.
Mets money line. A little steep for my liking at 345, Dave. Listen, you're taking Mets money line. Just take Houston minus 330 money line and put them in a parlay. What? Why one run line and one not? I don't understand. All the time, every day with that. We're gonna be wrapping it up. Athletics run line. Tough one, although I think they hit Tukey, so yes. Miami Marlins money line, yes. Under with Rockies money line and over. You want to get crazy there? Okay, sure. I like it. Miami can't score themselves. They got a better pitcher, so yes. Rockies, I don't like Freeland. That's a little more questionable for me there, though, Jennifer. First one, absolutely. Parlay GOAT. I don't think he meant tie first 5. He meant lead after first 5. Tied on FanDuel, you can bet who will have the lead after a certain inning. You can bet tie. Oh, that's a whole lot of thinking for me. I like if you're going to do a first 5, it's a first 5. You want to do a no run, yes run first inning. Betting ties. Michael, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Milwaukee. Haraya to get a hit is only minus 110. And this is it. I got to go because here comes Allie. Do not know anything there. Pirates, Orioles, Marlins. Yes, take it to the bank. I like it. Bet them all 3 straight as well. We are out of here. Allie up next. Take it easy.